Hi, welcome to Cognossance Inner Harmony. My name is Judy, and I'm an intuitive empath who works with the vibrational frequencies of people's emotions. I know that sounds a little bit abstract, and my original intent for today's video was to explain what that actually means, talk about what cognizance is, and how I came to be an energy worker. But this morning when I was waking up, very early, I got a very strong intuitive push to skip the preamble and to just move right into the group healing for today. That's a little counterintuitive for me, but I'm going to follow my intuition. It usually doesn't send me too far down the wrong path, so that's what I'm going to do. But I do certainly want to talk a little bit about the need for releasing or letting go of excess amounts of low vibrational emotional energies, which is such a mouthful. Essentially, it's releasing or letting go of what you don't need. And the reason we want to do that is because if you know anything about the law of attraction, there are lots of videos on YouTube and lots of books out there that explain it. If you know anything at all about it, you're probably aware that the universe will send you people, situations, and things that are a vibrational match to your own vibration, a vibrational match to you. So if you're living in a place, for example, of fear, if you're living in fear and you don't really have a logical reason for that fear, whatever situation caused you to feel that way has passed, it's moved on, but you're still there. The universe looks at you and says, hey, she's afraid. Let's send her more stuff that keeps her afraid, because that's the vibrational frequency she's sitting in. So what you want to do is release or let go of, or you could say modulate, vibrational frequencies that really don't serve you in the moment. We don't ever want to fully release, or we can't fully release emotions because we need them. We're programmed with emotions. We are living, feeling people, humans, living this existence, and we need those emotions for various reasons. We just don't need to live in the low vibrational ones on a permanent basis. So what I mean by that is you experience fear so that your body releases cortisol and adrenaline, and that allows you to fight or take flight, necessary things for survival. You can experience confusion because information that's swirling around you it's hard to discern if it's accurate or not. So the confusion helps you to use your discernment to do some research and make sensible decisions. But right now, in this time on the planet, we are experiencing four prevalent, there are many emotions we're experiencing, but the four that really stood out for me are confusion, which I mentioned, fear, anxiety, and panic. And so what's happening is if we kind of live in those energies, we make ourselves more vulnerable to the things that make us fearful, panicky, anxious, and confused. And I don't want to name what it is we're all experiencing, because that gives that little thing more power. It gives it more energy. And there's just too much talk about it already and too much thought about it already that we don't need to give it any additional strength. We want to raise our vibrational frequencies so that we're no longer a match for that thing that we're all afraid of. So let's talk a little bit about some of these issues that we're experiencing. Confusion, I feel, is the linchpin for all of the negative emotions that we're experiencing in this time in our history, for this global reason that is bringing us all together. And the confusion comes from the fact that we're not really sure if we're getting accurate information. We're not sure if governments have made the right decisions. We're not sure if we really know who vulnerable members of society are. It is still very important for us to wash our hands and don't touch our faces and protect our vulnerable loved ones. It's actually always been important to do that. These are all habits that we should always have. But we want to do those things from a place of objectivity and intelligence. We don't want to do those things out of fear because what? Because then we attract the thing we're afraid of. If you've ever, probably in your life, you've had times when you've been really afraid of something and you've kind of obsessed about it, thought about it over and over, tossed and turned at night because you were fearful of something. And what happened? The thing you feared came to you. You don't want that. So in releasing low vibrational emotions or negative emotions, that's what most of us know them as. I'm not saying that we become immune to the thing we don't want. That is a great hope, but we can't rest our head on that. We still have to be discerning. We still have to make intelligent choices. And I'm certainly not advocating for you to stop doing all those things that are responsible to take care of yourself and to take care of others. But we don't need excess amounts of any of these emotions because we want to vibrate at a high frequency and attract the things that are a vibrational match to those high frequency emotions rather than the low frequency ones. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to address each of the 4 emotions or states of being, you could say, that the world is experiencing. We're experiencing many more about this particular issue, but the 4 prevalent ones are confusion, fear, anxiety, and panic. And one by one, we are going to do the process together that will eliminate those, or not eliminate those. We still need to have them. They're programmed into us as human beings for very good reason, but we don't need the dial turned up on them. We need the dial, the amplifier dial turned down. The volume needs to be turned down. So what we're going to do is I'm going to walk you through actually releasing each of those 4 emotions. I'm going to tell you how to do it. I'm going to show you how, then I'm going to do it with you. And maybe for the first one, we will do it a 3rd time. And then for the rest of the 3, we'll just do it all together. And when we do that for ourselves, what I'm asking you to do is hold the intent to not only release it for yourself, but you can now become a healer too. And you can hold the intent that you are releasing those emotions for other people as well. You're allowing them to expel or discard what they no longer need. They don't need these emotional cement shoes any more than you do. So when you hold the intent, the giving and loving intent to do that for the people in your vicinity, the positivity eventually, we hope, will spread, and you're doing the world a favor by doing so. So hopefully you're keen to participate in that. You can definitely think of yourself as a healer. It doesn't really take a special person or a special talent. I truly believe anyone can do this. And my intention in starting this channel is to give this to you as a gift. My gift to the world is to teach you how to do this for yourself. Although the Cognossance system identifies 96 emotions, there are many, many more emotions than we experience. You don't need my list of emotions to do this work. Anytime you feel that you're living in a place of being ill at ease, for example, that isn't one of them, but I'm just throwing one out there. If you feel that you're really ill at ease all the time about something, then do this little process. It's very powerful. It works really well. It will seem very simple, and that's because it is. It is simple. It's not hard to do. You can become a yogi and spend years and years and years of trying to achieve perfection and perfect vibrational resonance with high vibrational energies. And that's great if that's what you want to do. You can adopt a meditative practice because it is a healthy thing to do. And meditating will help release emotions as well. But you can also do this very simple thing. And like I said, it's my gift to you, and I hope you find it helpful. So how we do it is we hold the intent in our mind that we're going to release excess amounts of, we're going to start with confusion, the linchpin of all of them. We're going to start with that. And you hold the intention in your mind that you're releasing that for yourself and for others. And you do it with a breathing technique. So what we're going to do is take a deep breath in through, you'll feel the lower part of your lungs expand, then the middle, and then the top, over a count of 4. So basically 4 seconds in. Then you're going to hold your breath for 4 seconds. And then you're going to release in a long, slow breath. While you're releasing over a count of 8 seconds, in your mind, you're thinking, release. You could say, release confusion, release, release, release. You don't say it out loud. Just say it in your mind as many times as it takes until that breath is completely out of your system. And what you've done is you've released the negativity away from your body. Once it's gone, it's gone. You will still have confusion in your life about other things. It's a survival mechanism, like I said before, to help you use your discernment to do research and make responsible, practical, and helpful decisions. So here's how we do it. I'm going to talk you through the first round, and then we'll do it together a second time. Okay, so here's how we do it. Take a deep breath in through a count of 4. So hold for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Release slowly for a count of 8. Oh, through a straw. Exhale from pursed lips like you're exhaling through a straw. You're not blowing, you're just exhaling for a count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Hopefully that makes sense. And take a nice deep breath in, just a cleansing breath. Breathe normally. Okay, so now we're going to do it together because I think I confused that a little bit. Breathe in for a count of 4. Feel the lower part of your lungs expand, the middle and the top. Hold for 4 seconds. I'll do some finger motions so we can count together. And then exhale slowly as you think, release, release, release. Say that in your mind as many times as it takes until you've released all of that air as well as the negative emotions, okay? So holding the intent in our minds that we're going to release excess amounts of confusion that no longer serve us. Releasing confusion. Take that deep breath in. Now, sometimes when people do this, they actually feel a little bit lighter. Not everyone will feel that. Sometimes it takes a few days to process before you start feeling, hey, I don't feel so confused anymore. But it's all positive. No matter what you're feeling or not feeling, it doesn't really matter. You have reset something within your system so that excessive amounts of confusion are no longer vibrating within you. You've turned down the volume on that frequency. Okay, so the next one that we're going to release is fear. And just remember, we are holding the intent to release this fear from ourselves and from others. And we're going to do it the exact same way. So deep breath in. Release, release. So you've now released excessive amounts of fear from your energy body, from your physical body and your energy body, and from people in your vicinity and globally. We hope anyway. It's an experiment to do it globally. And the next one we're going to do is anxiety. So doing it the same exact way, holding the intent to release excessive amounts of anxiety that no longer serve you, just in your mind. Hold the intent, release anxiety, and take that nice deep breath in. So hopefully at some point over the next few days, you'll begin to feel a little bit less anxious and anxiety. And then last but not least, we're going to release panic. So again, holding the intent to release panic. So take that nice deep breath in. Release, release, release. Breath in and exhale. Okay. So I hope that you found that helpful. If you find it interesting and you think you'd like to learn a little bit more about how this is done, I'm going to, for each video that I release, I'm going to do a group healing just like this. I'll identify 4 or 5 top emotions that the collective of viewers who are watching at any given time are experiencing. And I will facilitate that release from you, and you will also participate in the release so that you take this tool away with you and you can use it anytime that you want. Okay, so if you did like this video, please hit the like button so that helps circulate it through YouTube. Feel free to share on any of your social media platforms or through email, word of mouth, and comment below if you have any questions. And by all means, if you have any constructive feedback, I'm more than happy to hear it. I thank you very much for taking the time to join me, and I'll see you next time.